Welcome to Glute Talk, friends. So I've been a personal trainer for 15 years, and I would say through working on different exercises with myself and with clients, I can give you the top things today that people do wrong in their workouts that actually inhibit results. So I'm not going to go through everything, but I'm going to go through 3 things I see regularly with my clients that you can quickly tweak in your workouts to make your glute work more effective. So grab a notepad, take some notes, save this video, subscribe if you want to see more of them, but let's get started. Okay, so first common exercise that people do for their glutes is a bridge, okay? So what I'll show you first is the wrong version, and then I'll show you how to correct it and why. So when I see people do a bridge, I see them often set their feet up too far away from their body. So I'm exaggerating here, but notice the angle of where my feet are to my knees, okay? This forces you to stabilize too much with your quads, and you're actually not going to get much activation through your glutes. So when you're setting up your bridge, I want your heels uncomfortably low or uncomfortably close to your bum. Okay, so when I'm setting it up, notice how close my heels are. They're pretty much directly under my knees. That will force me to tuck my tailbone, so I'm lifting with the base of my spine. First, core is tight, and then I'm forcing myself right up into a bridge position, okay? When I get to the top of the bridge, I often ask my clients to pause and just ask them if they feel their glutes, okay? 9 times out of 10, with this little tiny modification, you're gonna feel way more activation in your bum. More activation means that you're going to get more tone in your glutes, okay? If you're not feeling your glutes, you're not going to tone them. There is the rare case that you are just not aware of what's going on and your glutes are actually working, but I would say 9 times out of 10, if you're not feeling your glutes in your workout, you're not working them. Okay, one more thing before we move on from bridges. Common thing that happens is people arch their back. Again, I'm exaggerating, but notice that my rib cage is popping out and I'm kind of hyperextending through my spine, okay? What I want you to do is keep your back relatively neutral. Think about leading. Instead of leading with your rib cage, you're leading with your hips, okay? You're lifting your hips up and you're focusing on the tailbone coming first, keeping your core activated in the front. So what that means is the rib cage is pulled into the center of the body and you're coming back down, okay? The glutes in a bridge are pretty much equal core activation and glute activation, okay? That's that exercise, okay? So just try that out. Let me know if you have any questions. Comment below. Okay, next thing you see a lot with glute exercises is anything in this position. So what happens is you get into this position, and when people go to use their legs, so say you're extending out, they arch through their spine, okay? So their legs going out, but they're arching their back. So every rep, they're kind of just flinging their leg up, and notice how much movement is happening through my body. No go, okay? Waste of time, waste of energy. So first things first, I'll go through my 2 favorite glute exercises in this position, okay? The one I was just showing you, I actually prefer to do it on my elbows. Why? Because you have to kick your leg up higher. So in my opinion, kicking your leg more up towards the ceiling forces you to work against gravity more, which forces you to use that little spot right under the base of your glute, okay? It also, in my opinion, keeps your core more activated, so you're not running the risk of arching your back, okay? If you're unsure, you can always look in the mirror. But what I tell my clients is imagine you're trying to stabilize something on your lower back, you're pulling your core in, and you're kicking back with your heel, okay? Do not point your toe, okay? Imagine you are putting your footprint on the back of the room. So if I was pushing my leg back to press my foot into the wall with paint on it, you would see a perfect footprint. You wouldn't just see my toes, you wouldn't just see my heel, you would see a perfect footprint, okay? If you are doing this exercise and you are finding it's really quite easy, you know those little resistance bands? You can pop one of them around the arches of your feet. Choose something that you can still get full extension of your leg. If you are not fully extending your leg and you're stopping short, you're not going to feel your bum. Okay, so the main objective is to get that leg straight. Okay, let's move on from that one. The second exercise I love in this position. So this one you are going to do on your hands. So knees are below my hips, hands are below my shoulders. I'm not arching my back. I'm kicking directly up to the ceiling. Okay, so when I'm focusing on doing this, again, my foot is not pointed. I am kicking my foot directly up to the ceiling. And notice that I'm not moving the rest of my body. I'm keeping everything nice and still as I kick up. Okay? Case in point, those are it. Okay, last thing I'm going to go over today, squats. So when you're doing your squats, chances are you're not going down low enough, okay? So for me, I find I like to turn my toes out a little bit. I don't have my feet in super narrow. I have them a little bit wider than my hips. I like my hands in front, or I like to hold a dumbbell in front as a goblet squat. And then I sink down as low as possible without rounding my upper back, okay? So I'm trying to get down low, pushing the heels away from me, and squeezing my bum at the top, okay? So if you're finding that challenging to do, and you're at the gym, and you're not sure if you're doing it properly or if you're at home, I would challenge you to just grab a bench or a chair or something and put it behind you, and just use that as a marker, because often if you're not used to going down low, it's gonna feel a little bit uncomfortable to get the depth, okay? So this chair might be a little bit high for where you actually wanna end up, but if you've been stopping short on your squats forever and only using your quads, even just using a chair or your couch will definitely help you get in that mindset of getting down into the depth, okay? So that is my TED Talk for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram, it's JennaMaye Fitness, or comment below, and I will see you next time.